What's going on, y'all? My name is Spice. This is Spice Camp Fish. So today's video is going to be a little bit of an unboxing as well as doing a little bit of fishing. I really hope you guys enjoy this one. We're going to get right into it. So if you guys have been around the channel for a while and you've paid any attention, you guys have probably noticed that I've been switching over most of my reels to Shimano's. I don't know what it is, I just absolutely love them ever since my first one. I picked up the SLX and I've just loved them ever since then. So I currently have 4 of them. I've got a Shimano Ingetsu BB100, which is a 100 size, the SLX like I said, which is a 150 size, the Corrado 200, which is a 200 size obviously, and then the Tranks, which is a 400 size. And ever since I got that Corrado, honestly, I've been using that thing more than just about any of my other reels. I absolutely love that thing. I think I'll probably be buying a few more Corrados in the future at some point. But anyway, I was throwing my Corrado around a lot, and I was using it for some bigger baits. If you guys have noticed, I've been getting a little bit more into big bait fishing this year. It's really fun, super entertaining, and it's just really cool to see these fish come up and eat these really big glide baits and stuff. But yeah, I've been throwing around a whole bunch of big baits on that 200 size Corrado, and it's been doing pretty well, but I've just been noticing it's been putting a lot of stress on that reel. I can just feel it when I cast a lot of these bigger 2.5, 3, 4 ounce baits. Actually, I'm not really going up to 4 ounces with that thing, but anywhere in that 2.5 to 3 ounce range, I feel like I'm putting a lot of stress on the reel. And like I said, I really like that reel. I don't want to get rid of it anytime soon, and I don't really want to go out and spend another $200 on another one. So I got on the internet and I was looking around trying to find a relatively inexpensive, good reel for throwing some bigger baits, looking for probably a 300 size. I've had a few different options for right around that $100, $150 price mark, but I just wasn't really sold on any of them. The problem was everything that I found wasn't really a Shimano. I know that sounds really stupid, but I was really trying to keep with that $100 price range, like right around $100, and also have a Shimano. But it's hard to find a normal, regular Shimano for under $100. There's a couple of really lower end ones that you could buy, but I'm not really a huge fan of those. I feel like they're gonna crap out on me. And it seems like a lot of people just don't want to sell their Shimanos, or if they are, they're not selling them for like $100. That just isn't really heard of, especially not around here in Colorado. But as I did my research, going through a bunch of big bait forums and whatnot, talking to people here and there, I really noticed that there was one really good budget swim bait reel that everybody kept bringing up. Now the thing is, this reel's a lot different than anything that I currently own, so I decided to pick one up just to try it out. Found one for a really good price, and finally today it got here. So I'm gonna get you guys set up, and we're gonna do a little unboxing of my brand new swim bait reel. Then we're gonna throw some line on it and take it down to a couple of ponds, see if we can get ourselves the first fish on it. But yeah, really hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into the unboxing. All right, here we go. Let's get into the unboxing. I'm very excited about this thing. Like I said, it's a very different reel for me. It's not any sort of low profile reel, if that gives you guys any sort of hints as to what kind of reel this is. But yeah, like I said, this was very highly recommended by a whole bunch of people. There are people who have been throwing big baits for years who still exclusively throw this reel. And it's really not a very expensive reel. You can buy them new for like 120 bucks or something like that. I got mine for like 80 bucks with shipping and tax and everything. So really great deal for a swim bait reel, especially a Shimano. That's weird. Okay. Well, it didn't come with a box or anything, but I guess that's fine. You don't really need the box. You just kind of need the reel in the box, and the reel is definitely here. So let me get this thing unbubble wrapped, and we'll take ourselves a good look-see at our brand new reel. Ooh, wow, that thing's actually in pretty good condition. Look at that. So this is a Shimano Cardiff. This is a 300 size reel. I got the 300A size. I believe it's like a 5.8 to something to 1 year ratio, something like that. But it's got a really big spool, so that shouldn't really matter all that much. And yeah, it's a round reel. Like I said, it's really not something that I am used to. I usually throw low profile bait casters, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Again, I've heard a lot of really good things about this reel. Just first impressions, it feels really solid. The drag still feels like it works great. I don't know exactly when this reel was made or anything like that. I know they've been making the Cardiffs for forever now. But yeah, I am really excited about this. It came with some line on it. This looks like, I don't know, maybe 12-pound mono. So we're gonna take this off and put some 20-pound fluorocarbon on here. And then I think I'm gonna tie a big bait up onto this thing and see if we can get ourselves a fish on it. Actually, let me go grab a rod real quick. I'll mount it up for you guys so you guys can see what it looks like on my combo, and yeah, then we'll get some new line on it, get a bait tied up, and get down to the water. Alright, so went and grabbed the rod that I'm going to be putting this reel on. This is my Daiwa DX-SB. It's the 8-foot heavy, so it's rated for 2 to 8 ounce lures. I think that should be absolutely perfect for this reel. I think this rod's a little bit overrated. I don't think I would trust it with like an 8 ounce bait. I think I probably wouldn't go up past like 5.5, 6 would probably be the heaviest that I would go on this reel. This should be perfect for like baits anywhere from that 2.5 to 4 ounce range. And that should work perfectly with a 300 size swim bait reel. Wow, look at that thing. That looks pretty sweet actually. Kind of retro. Got like that full cork grip and then the big round reel. Yeah, I feel like a good old fashioned old timer with this thing. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna take this line off of here because I definitely do not trust it. And put some regular line on here. And then we're gonna go see if we can get a fish on this thing. Break it in the right way. All right, meet you guys down at the water. Like I said, this place is really clear. I'm sure you guys can probably see. It also gets really deep. I don't know how deep exactly, but definitely over 20 feet. So there's definitely some room for some big fish in here. And I've heard from a couple of people that there are some real big fish in here. Supposedly some guy caught a 5, another guy caught like a 6.5. So I think we have a pretty good chance of, well, A, breaking my personal best, which would be super sick. But B, just catching a nice fish today, which would also be super sick. The water is down a little bit from the last time I was here, so I'm gonna go run all the way down to the other end of the pond, just kind of get a good look at what's going on. And then I'm gonna start throwing that big paddle tail. Might do a full lap of the pond with that, and then maybe a lap with the other swim bait that I brought with me. See if we can get any nibbles. But yeah, super nice day out. It's finally fall. If you guys can't see, the trees are absolutely beautiful right now. Fall is my favorite time of the year, and it's also, in my opinion, the best time of the year to get bit on a big swim bait. So we are going to take advantage of the beautiful day and hopefully put a big old swim bait in a big old bass's face. So this is what we're gonna start off with. This is a 7.5 inch, I believe. It's called the Rocket by Stillwater Bait Company. I'll leave them linked down in the description for you guys to go check out. They actually custom made this color. Well, I guess not really custom made this. I asked them to color match a color for me, and this is what they came up with, and it is absolutely sick. They gave me one of these and then also a larger version, which is the 9 inch. So we're gonna start with this little 7.5 inch, just because, I mean, I don't think I want to throw a 9 inch swim bait on this setup. I'll usually just save that for the real big swim bait stick. And yeah, got it rigged up on a Owner Flashy Swimmer. This hook is way too small for this bait, but that's why we got the trailer hook on the back. I just took a little treble hook and rigged it up to the nose of the bait with, I believe this is 60-pound braid or 65-pound braid. Actually, I think it's 80-pound braid. So yeah. Not messing around with this little trailer hook, trying not to lose any fish today. If they come up from the front, I can stick them with that Owner Beast hook as long as I hit them really hard, which shouldn't really be an issue since I'm using such a heavy rod. And then if they come up from the back, hopefully they'll come up enough and get that trailer hook before I have to set the hook on them. And I'm actually gonna add a little bit of attractant or scent on this thing. See if this helps our odds a little bit. Hopefully get ourselves a big bass with this. I don't really know if this stuff works, but you know, can't really hurt, can it? And this is supposedly the power bait scent, so you know, if you guys know anything about power bait, those things work, and it definitely has something to do with that scent. So we're gonna give this thing a nice little massage real quick, get that all up in there, up in the grooves. Oh yeah, that definitely smells. All right, sweet. Let's give this a go. Oh, oh my God, I had one. Oh my God. No way. Bro. Oh, holy shit. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure I just got bit. Like, throttled. Oh my God, my heart is racing. I don't see any bite marks. Maybe that was just my imagination. Oh, no. No, there are a few bite marks on there. Right on the tail. He just had the tail of it. Damn. Okay. Well, that's a good sign. Sweet. Wow, okay. I am shaking. Alright, so I've done an entire lap with this bait right here. This little Stillwater bait, little swim bait thing, rocket, the 7.5-inch rocket. Haven't really had a whole lot of attention on it, so I think I'm going to go ahead and switch up to a different bait. And while I'm doing that, I'll give you guys some honest thoughts and opinions on the old Shimano Cardiff. So first up is going to be the size of this reel. Like I said before, it's a 300 size reel, so pretty decent size, holds a good amount of line on it. I got it spooled up with some 20-pound fluorocarbon right now. I don't exactly remember how many yards of line this thing can fit on it, but it's more than enough, believe me. I can make some very long bomb casts with this thing and really cover some water. Speaking of cast, the castability of this thing is also pretty solid. It's not a very expensive reel, as I've said. I believe you can buy them for like 130 bucks new. I got this one for like 85 bucks, something like that, with shipping off of eBay. And I gotta say, for the price, it is a solid little piece of machinery. I mean, it's a Shimano, so it's obviously gonna have Shimano quality, but it's nice to see that even some of their more affordable reels are still pretty solid, still good workhorses. Again, I got it paired up on my heavy fast swim bait rod. It's rated for 2 to 8 ounce baits. So the two baits that we're throwing today, that little Stillwater Bait Company paddle tail, and then this, which is a custom painted DRT TK replica that my buddy over at NorthForkFishing painted up for me. Both these baits are right around that like 2.5 ounce mark. So they're a little bit on the light side for both this rod and the reel, but they both seem to be handling it very well. And I think that obviously has something to do with the castability of the reel. Looks wise, it looks pretty sweet. I mean, it's got like that silver and gold two-tone to it. Looks pretty solid, feels pretty solid. It's definitely heavy, but it's meant to last you a long time, so I can definitely see why these things are workhorses and why so many people like them for their price point. The one thing that I have noticed that I don't really like about this thing is the handle. It's just a little bit short and the knobs are a little bit small for my liking, especially for throwing bigger baits. So I think at some point we're probably going to have to grab me a handle, a bigger like swim bait handle or something to put onto this reel to make it a little bit easier to reel and fight fish. But other than that, for 75 bucks, it's a great little reel. Big fan so far. Again, it's used, so it's not in the most amazing condition, but I mean, it definitely works. It's not like it's gonna fall apart. Like, I can definitely feel it's still got a good amount of life left in it. And the guy who had it said that he didn't really use it all that much, so that definitely stacks up. There are a couple of like aesthetic imperfections, like scratches and stuff like that, but I don't really care about that. I'm pretty rough on my gear anyway, so it was gonna get scratched up anyway. But yeah, just gonna get to casting this little TK replica around, maybe do another lap of this place, and see if we can't get bit.
got one. No way. I got a fish. I got one. That's a nice one. That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Oh, that's a really nice one. Oh my God. Come here, buddy. Yes. Let's go. Got one on the TK. Got one on the TK. Let's go, baby. This is so sick. All right, hang on one sec. We're gonna drop him back in the water for just a hot second. We're gonna go right across the pond, and I'm gonna set up the camera, try and get some good footage of this thing. It's a nice little fish. All right, folks, we finally freaking did it. I have you guys kind of set up on the kayak. Hopefully y'all can see and hear me all right. Let's get a good look at this fish. Whew. There we go, dude. Not a bad one. Pretty solid fish. I'm gonna say about 2 3/4, maybe getting a little bit closer to 3. We'll see. I have the scale on there, but I'm gonna get a couple of pictures. Absolutely, hang on. Absolutely crushed that freaking TK. That is so sick. All right, on zeros, let's see. 3, you guys see that? 324, 3.24 pounds. Solid fish right there. I'll take that. That's a long fish. Let's see how long she is actually real quick. We are looking at a, oh wow. That is right at 19 inches. Hell yeah. That is technically a Colorado Master Angler largemouth bass. Very nice. All right, Big Mama, I appreciate you. Sorry I've held you out of the water so long. Should be okay. There she goes. Later, girl. Peace. Dude, let's go. First fish on the Cardiff and first fish on the custom TK. That is so freaking sick, dude. So freaking sick. All right, well, I'm gonna send these pictures to a couple of buddies to show off because I can. And then we're gonna get the kayak back in ride in order and get back after it, see if we can get an even bigger one. All right, well, that was freaking sweet. I'm so jazzed that we got that fish. I'm gonna keep fishing. I'll probably do another lap with this TK. Just finish out that lap. We're only like a quarter of the way around the pond, so there is potential to catch another one, maybe even another bigger one. But we shall see. All things considered though, I will take a 3 1/4. It has been a rough week of fishing for me, and to finally get one on a swim bait feels so good. So good. Well, I lied. Looks like we're just gonna be doing one fish today, folks. Unfortunately, I somehow bird's nested my reel so badly that I, cannot get it to become undone. So I am going to go home. This weather's actually coming in right now too. It's getting quite a bit windier. And honestly, it looks like it's gonna start raining in a little bit. And I'd really rather just not be out here in the rain. It's October and this water is not warm. And to be honest, I don't think the water coming from the air will be any warmer. So I think I'm gonna head on out of here. I'm content with one fish today. That's fine by me. It's just so cool to get one on a new bait, first of all, on a new reel, second of all, and third of all, just get a big fish on a big swim bait is always fun, so can't complain about that. Had my reel not been completely destroyed right now, I would have definitely stayed out here and fished for a bit longer, but unfortunately that was not in the cards for today. So we'll definitely have to get out here again soon. Throw some more big baits for sure. But for right now, I think I'm gonna call it, and I'll meet you guys back at my place.